brigade, and his wife Shannon. Colonel Mike Fossum, class of 80, Vice President of Texas A&M University and Chief Operating Officer of the Galveston Trxas. Dr. Bruce Hamilton, class of 78, President and CEO of the Texas Aggie Cadets Association. Colonel Brad Tippett, class of 95, Professor of Naval Science. Colonel Scott Wiederholt, Professor of Aerospace Studies. And Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Camp, Army ROTC Executive Officer. With just and lasting pride in our uniform student body and our unique history, Texas A&M proudly presents the 2025-2026 Fightin Texas Aggie Corps Cadets. This year's Corps numbers more than 2,400 cadets and 41 company-sized units. The 2025-2026 Corps Commander is John Andrews from Victoria. The Deputy Corps Commander is Jackson Powell from Houston. The Corps Chief of Staff is Jacob Dobson from Houston. The Corps Color Sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Tyler Basham from Gilbert, Arizona. Delta Company, the Corps Cadets unit consisting of military veterans and day students, commanded by Cadet Major Zach Perry from Wiley. The 1st Regiment is commanded by Cadet Colonel Melody Bratcher from Fort Worth. The 5th Battalion is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Enrique Garcia from Montgomery. Company G2, commanded by Cadet Major William Turkinian from Austin. First Wing is commanded by Cadet Colonel Kayla Barker from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Battalion is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Tyler Silvis from Katy. Company D2, commanded by Cadet Major Sam Nicholson from Lubbock. Company I1, led by Cadet Captain Cole Dinger from Midland. Company K1, commanded by Cadet Major Gordon Wilson from Edge. The 3rd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Alberto Garnica from San Antonio. Company A1, commanded by Cadet Major Michelle Palma Meraz from El Paso. Company B2, commanded by Cadet Major James Abbas from Lincroft, New Jersey. Company E1, commanded by Cadet Major John Paul Whitaker from Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, Parson's Mounted Cavalry is now approaching the reviewing area. This force unit consists of cavalry, artillery, and quartermaster elements. Military training AM included mounted drill until 1943, when the Army disbanded its force operations. The class of 74 revived the cavalry tradition AM in 1973. The coordinating unit after the combat was the Corps Cadets, Colonel Thomas Scott Parson. 2025-2026, Parson's Mounted Cavalry is commanded by Cadet Major John Borland from Florence. The executive officer is Cadet Captain Sarah Hamilton from Richardson. First platoon is led by Cadet Captain Gabriella Fang from Norfolk, England. The Corps uses military horse training to teach cadets self-discipline, confidence, leadership, and decision-making. Learning to manage animals much larger than themselves with a mind of its own in challenging conditions develops many of the skills necessary for modern military and business leaders. Second platoon is led by Cadet Captain Leighton Strong from Dallas, Texas. First Sergeant Joshua Zucker from Toronto, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025-2026 Parson Mounted Cavalry. Ladies and gentlemen, before you is the Pulse of Aggie Land led by the Texas Aggie Band. The Aggie Band is commanded by Cadet Colonel Avery Owens from Gretna, Nebraska. The combined band drum major is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Natalie Holder from Longview. The infantry band is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Kirsten Purdue from Montgomery. The infantry band drum major is Cadet Major Matthew Sherman from Sulphur Springs. A company commanded by Cadet Major Philip Espinal from Maryland. B company commanded by Cadet Major Jack Bradley from Houston. And C company